Hey, this is Darren Kidd. I hope you are having a great week. Today, we're going to talk about the new must-have social media app. So do me a favor as you join, whether you're watching this live or on replay, let me know where you're watching from. Also, let me know if you're on the replay or you're watching live, right? So live or replay and where you're watching from. It's always interesting to come back and see how our audience is growing. And every week, what I do on this channel is I give you tips and techniques to help you get to where you want to be a lot sooner than later in your business. So if that sounds good to you, I know right now we're broadcasting on several platforms. We're broadcasting on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure if you're on Facebook, you like the page. And if you're on Periscope, make sure you set that up to get alerts as well. So, all right, we got somebody from Michigan. Welcome. Thanks for joining. And by the way, as you join on the screen, and thank you for being patient with my voice. I've been on the phone so much on the app that I'm going to talk to you about it here in just a second that I've lost a little bit of my voice. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Janine. Thanks for joining. Jake, watching from Africa. That's awesome. But on the screen, darrenkid.com/3keys is a download that we updated. It's a free resource for you and your organization. It's 3 keys that you have to be successful in your business. It is a free resource. Make sure to write that down. Go there, download it after this training to get some value. Also, just so you know, they to get text messages, because the alert system with Facebook and YouTube and different things is not the greatest. A lot of people go, look, I wish I could be on live where I could interact, I could ask questions. So if you want to make sure that you're getting my text message alerts, if you're in the US, text message SWD to 85775, okay? SWD to 85775. And then what I'll do is I'll try to text message every time I go live so you can jump on and participate. All right, Christine, welcome. Yolanda, thanks for joining. Brandon from Knoxville, Tennessee. Hey, Brandon, what's interesting is one of the franchises that I owned was actually in Knoxville in the Turkey Creek area, which you know is a beautiful area. Hey, Lisa, welcome. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get started, because I'm just going to have a conversation with you today. And as always, this is something that, let me go ahead and change this back real quick. This is something that is not to take the place of anything that you're doing right now building your business. Okay, so when you're building your business, and by the way, how would you like for me? How many of you are not on ClubHouse yet? Do me a favor and let me know in the comments. And if you're not, then, hey, Jen, thanks for joining. How would you like for me to give out an invite? Because it is invitation only. You have to have an invite. So if you're not on ClubHouse and you would like an invite, then let me know in the comments. And what I'll do is I'll do a drawing. So any of you that hit the heart, the love button on this live, if you let me know in the comments, and then to get extra brownie points, if you click that button up top and you spread the love with someone else, then you will have a higher chances of getting that invite. All right, so as always, here's the deal. This is not something to take the place of anything that you're doing right now to build your business. It's only something that can add to your business. Because in your business, every day, you're focused on how many conversations are you having with individuals. Not necessarily worried about converting those people to a customer or a rep in your business. But if you're having conversations, that's going to lead to more customers and reps. It's going to lead to rank advances. It's going to lead to commissions, which is what each and every one of you, that's why you're doing the business, right? Because you want to be able to have some success. And the great thing about it is, your paycheck is basically a direct reflection of how many people you've been able to directly and indirectly, been able to help. All right. Thank you so much, Jen, for sharing. All right. Appreciate that. So we're going to talk about a new app that is going viral. And right now it is invitation only. I think there's a little over 1 million people on this app, and it's called ClubHouse. And I'm going to talk to you about what it is. I'm going to talk to you about some things that you can do to get an invite. I'm going to talk to you about how to use the app to generate more prospects and more leads, which you can turn into customers and reps into your business. So we're going to cover a lot in a short period of time. So definitely encourage you to make sure that you're taking some notes, because we're going to move at a pretty fast pace as usual, so I can keep this as short as possible. But Clubhouse, who's using Clubhouse, by the way? Let me know if you're already on the app. And if you're on Clubhouse, make sure to follow me. It's my name, Darren Kidd, spelled just like this page, just like YouTube. But if you're on Clubhouse, okay, you're seeing that there's a lot of people using it. A lot of celebrities are jumping on Clubhouse. Matter of fact, I've seen, Damon John, one of the sharks from Shark Tank, Paris Hilton, Kevin Hart, Oprah Winfrey. I was in a room last night and it was only 30 some people and the title caught my attention. And I jumped on and there was John Assaraf, I think it's how you say his name, who was in the movie The Secret. He's a best-selling author of the book Inner Size. And so there's a lot of celebrities that are jumping on this platform and it's very addictive. So let me warn you, you do have to make sure that you don't let it take place of other things that you're doing in your business. But let's talk about what it is. It is a live audio app. And by the way, right now it is invitation only. What they're doing is they're testing different things and they're making sure that it's ready when massive amounts of people jump on the app. And this is the time that you want to be a part of it. If you remember Facebook back in, what was it, 2008? I mean, you could get on Facebook and you could have massive traction. I remember like my Facebook page, the one that you're watching this on right now, if you're on Facebook, it's 164,000 people on the page. When it was a fraction of that, and I would post something, the reach was not 10 times, the reach was 100 times bigger, organic traffic. But then what happens, like most platforms, they want you to pay to play. Now, if you don't boost something and you don't spend some money with them, it doesn't get nearly the traction. Right? I could post something before and it could reach 200,000 people organically with no ads. Now my page has probably 100,000 more people following the page, but yet it is a fraction of the reach that it was. Same thing with Instagram. Like there's people going, hey, look, you know what? Instagram in the last 12 months has taken a drastic downturn as far as organic reach. It is really challenging to go out there and build a following. You can, there's certain things that you can do for sure, right? But it's not like it used to be. TikTok right now, you can go viral. You could take and put on 1 million followers if you had one video go viral. Well, Clubhouse, very similar. In the beginning, during the beta phase, and when it first opens up, they want to gain as many people as they possibly can. So they're going to reward the first adapters. Okay. And that's going to be all of you. So even if you're not on it right now, you want to take notes and you want to be prepared as soon as you are able to join the platform. So it's a live audio app. There's no video. There's no commenting, which is a good thing, right? You don't have to be camera ready. You don't have to worry about your hair like I do, right? Or the shine on my head and my big forehead, right? So you don't have to worry about any of that stuff, which means you can multitask while you're on the app. So a lot of times I do this while I'm doing other things. So today, when I was preparing for this training, I had joined a room on Clubhouse and I was listening to some people that had made tens of millions of dollars, right, in this profession, not only gaining knowledge, learning things from that room, but at the same time, I was able to gain dozens and dozens of followers because I spoke for about 2 minutes in front of the people. So it is a live audio app. You can participate with people all over the world. And I'm going to walk you through it, pull out my phone in just a second and kind of tell you how that works. So it's an exclusive app. It's free. That's another bonus point. It's free. And by the way, even though the app just launched a few months ago and we're all just starting to hear about it, the last value that I heard on the app, it was worth about over $300 million, right? So like, hey, we need to create our own app, right? It allows you to listen and actively participate. So it's kind of like, if you think about it, it's kind of like podcast style mixed with panel discussions, mixed with networking opportunities if you added jet fuel onto the networking opportunities. And again, I'm going to talk to you about how to get on it, how to optimize your profile, how to engage with people, how to get on stage, all of that's coming. Here's another thing. Nothing is recorded. So when you get on and you jump off, you miss it if you're not on there, which I think is another reason I have never seen an app where people will actually spend several hours on the app every single day. And that's what's happening with Clubhouse. So if I know that I need to be laser focused and I can't be distracted, I will not even look at a room on Clubhouse because I know that I get sucked in, and what I may be on it for 2 hours because you're gaining so much value. And what I'm also finding is that when you go into a room, for example, some of the rooms that I've been a part of, you've got these speakers. So we have our bio. You're going to have your bio. And when you go on stage, if you're asking a question or you're giving some value to the audience, you want to give the best value you possibly can, knowing that people are going to click on you, look at your bio, and want to follow you. So what I'm finding is, Grant Cardone is jumping in these different rooms. And, like I said, Damon John and Kevin Hart and Oprah Winfrey and all these best-selling authors and people that have businesses doing over $100 million a year. And it's about everything. It could be about nutrition. It could be about, I saw one that was about rap music. It could be about network marketing. It can be about, Bitcoin, stocks, anything and everything. And what's going to happen is when you join the app, the people that you follow, it creates an algorithm that puts, because you're in a hallway and you're scrolling through, and I'll read you some of the rooms in just a second. So it starts creating that artificial intelligence, or the algorithm starts creating what shows up in front of you. So if you're following more people that are into nutrition or business or network marketing, you're going to start having more and more things pop up on your feed that appeal to what you want to learn and what you want to engage in. Here's another fascinating tip. Let me know, by the way, if you're getting some aha moments or if this sounds good to you. And again, smash that love button. Let me know if you're already on Clubhouse. I am going to give away one invite after this broadcast. I'll wait about 24 hours to get the people that are watching the replay. So make sure you let me know in the comments if you want to be in the drawing for the invite, because I have an extra invite. And then I will look, if you smash the heart button and you sprinkle the love and shared it with some other people, I will definitely take that into consideration. You will get more in the drawing than other people. Nothing is saved. Nothing's recorded. Once it's gone forever. So what I did, I have a note in my phone that says Clubhouse Nuggets. So every time I'm in a room, what I'm doing is I'm listening. And if I get an aha moment or a nugget, I put it in that note. Now, while you're on so there's no private messaging and no comments, but here's what they do. On your profile, we'll talk a little bit more about this in a second. You want to make sure that you've attached your Twitter and your Instagram, because what they're doing is they scroll to the bottom. And I've probably had 10 or 15 direct messages today for the 2 minutes that I spoke on Clubhouse earlier. So they will come direct message you to your Instagram or your Twitter. So you want to make sure that you have that attached to your profile. The value's off the charts. We talked about that. And another thing that I love about the app is the potential to go viral when you're looking at the app. So I'm going to pull mine up right now. And I'm looking at Clubhouse. Well, Melanie, here's what they do. Melanie, the longer you're on Clubhouse, the more invites that they give you. Thank you for Renee for sharing. So like what they'll do is, yesterday, I think I had 6 invites, but I keep inviting people that, that I'm working with and things like that I'm coaching, and giving them first access to it. So they do reward you by giving you more invites, the more you participate and the more you're on the app. So at the bottom, when you're on the app and you jump into a room, for example, like right now I'm looking at how to reprogram your subconscious for success. And again, this is my algorithm because there's a lot of things that I've been looking at. Then you've got another one, daily habits of high performers. You've got health, diet, and fitness. They may have heard me speaking to you just a second ago. Can I help you? Investor, partner, mentor, collab. Branding, social media, and influencers. Is your data safe on social media? How Bitcoin will reach $50 million. So those are just a few rooms. So then what I can do is I can actually jump into a room. Here's one, the 10X Club with Grant Cardone. And I know you probably won't be able to see this, but when I click on this, there's 874 people in the room.
Take that Clubhouse shirt you got on right now.
Okay, and actually Grant Cardone is speaking. Those people are on stage. And the way that you know someone is speaking is what happens. There's a circle around them, and you will see there's a mute button. And for the new people, you will see there's like a little party hat. So I'm in a room right now. There's 870 some people, Grant Cardone is speaking, and then you can look at the stage. And so if you look at the people that are speaking, then you can click on them. So I can click on Grant Cardone, and you click on full profile, and it'll say, star of Undercover Billionaire. That's a new TV show he's in. Investor 2.3 billion, author of 8 best-selling books, founder of 10X Movement, CEO of Cardone Capital, and so on and so on and so forth. But the way this goes viral is because you can take and invite the people that you're following and that are following, I think following or following you. I can't remember if it's both or just one, but if you have to be following them, so I can hit this plus button and it says ping someone into the room. So the next thing you know, you could start your own room, have 4 or 5 people that you're working with, and then all of a sudden they go, you know what? Let's blow up this room. And each one invites 10 people. Well, the next thing you know, you got 100 to 150 people in that room. And you're talking about whatever you want to talk about because you created that room. So that's how it can go viral, because what they'll do is they will say, hey, listen, while you're on here, make sure you invite. We're going to refresh the room. And then you can say, leave quietly like I just did, and you go back into the hallway. So what you'll find is the moderators that are what they call on stage. Then you have the audience. What they're doing is they're going, we're going to refresh the stage. Make sure you're following all the moderators. So what will happen is when you start becoming a moderator, then they're telling everyone to follow you. Make sure you invite people. So everyone, they go ahead and they start inviting people. And I have seen rooms go on for several days. Someone started it and they go, hey, you know what? I've got to leave. They let someone else start moderating. And then when that person has to leave, they let someone else start moderating. And several days later, the room has 500, 1,000 people in that room, and it's been going on. And people don't want to get off, or if they do see it going on later on, they'll jump back on because they know how much value is being presented in that room. Let's talk about, right now it's only for the iPhone. So again, it's exclusive, invitation only. It's only for the iPhone, but don't worry. If you have a Droid, they will be opening that up to you soon, because what they're doing is they're just testing, making sure that it's ready, because the masses are going to jump on this. So here's some tips for your profile. Let me know how this sounds to each and every one of you. Right now, Howard, no. All right, thanks for following me. Janine, Howard, right now it's just iPhone, but that will change soon. Amina, you're very welcome for sharing this. One downside is Apple only. Yep. Again, yeah, that's going to change soon. Droid user. That's okay. You're going to be ahead of the game. You're going to be one of the first people that has a Droid to join, and you're going to be ahead of everyone else. And let me tell you something. I'm learning every day. I've really only been active. Hey, Kelly, I've only been active really for about a week, but I've grown to, 500, 600 followers in just the last 3 or 4 days, mainly because I wasn't even looking at it. And so you can grow at a really rapid pace. So tips, have a good profile picture. Just like on any social media platform, this applies. I mean, are you attracted to someone? If you look at their profile picture and they're looking like they want to take you out, no, you're not. So you want to make sure it's a clear picture. You want to make sure you have a profile picture. It's of you smiling. They can see your eyes. Whatever attracts you, think about that when you have your profile picture. Your bio. Look at other people's bios that you're following and learn from their bio. And when you do digital marketing and sales pages and all of those things, don't worry about that. That's probably not your forte. But now that I'm doing coaching, training, speaking, consulting, working with all these companies, helping top leaders take their business to the next level, helping companies work with their leaders and working with help take the company to the next level, I'm learning a lot when it comes to sales pages. Well, your bio is really a sales page. So when you click on someone's bio, before you click full profile, you will notice that you can see several lines before you have to click more or view full profile. So you want to make sure that that catches their attention as much as you possibly can, that says what you do. So what do you do? I help people blank. And look at other people's profile. You can don't copy their profile, but you can mimic the language and apply it to what you do. Remember, just like when you're, selling your products and you're selling your business, people don't buy a product, they buy results. Or you could say people they don't buy features, they buy benefits. They don't buy what it is, they buy what it does. So make sure your profile is set up. Make sure your Twitter, your Instagram are attached. And then also keep in mind when you follow other people, that creates your algorithm. So it's going to, create what you see. Now, when you go on stage, so you've got your profile set up, you got a good profile picture, you're following other people, learning from them. I learned some things today. I need to go back and update my Instagram profile to be a little bit more like my ClubHouse profile. So I'm learning every day just like you. But I would rather get in now, learn and grow, be ahead of the masses than wait till later on until I feel like I think I have everything like it should be. That's not the way it works in life. We know that. But when you go on stage, so what'll happen at the bottom, you can raise your hand. Now, if it's grayed out, and you may want to start, here's another big tip. You may want to start in smaller rooms. So if you go into a room, I just saw one that had 15 people. You go into that room with 15 people, you can raise your hand unless it's grayed out. They can take the hand raising, they can turn it on and off. So what happens if it is on, you can raise your hand. So if I'm in a room of 15 people and I know that I have a question and I can add value, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my hand when they bring you to the stage. So they'll click, they're inviting you to the stage. Make sure that you're muted out. The last thing you want to do is have a bunch of noisy things happening in the background, because remember, people are listening to this. A lot of them have AirPods in like I do, and it's very loud. And so you want to make sure you're muted. When they say, hey, go ahead and, go ahead and make sure that Laura, go ahead, Laura, and ask us your question. So then what you're going to do is you're going to say, hey, Laura, this is Laura. And what I do is I do this, this, and this. Make sure it does not sound like a pitch. Make sure it doesn't sound like you're trying to spam them. So we could say something like, hey, listen, my name is Laura, or my name is Darren. I've been involved in a company. I've market products that help people with better fat loss, better energy, better mood, whatever it may be. Right. And so with that, I've been in the company about 3 years. I've had a lot of success, but my question to you is this. So what I did, I really told people what I do without selling them and pitching them, going, hey, if you're interested, go to my website. Nobody's going to appreciate that. So just think about what would turn you off and what would attract you to want to know more. Then they can click on your profile even while you're talking, and you can get follows. So then you ask your question, make sure it's very concise. I've been on some rooms recently where people, not only did they go extremely long and have to get cut off, but then the moderator of the room had to tell them this is not the place to pitch on stage, right? So make sure you're very sensitive about that. So if you're in a room of 15 people, you raise your hand, you go, hey, my name is, and here's, I've been involved in the company 2 or 3 years. I've had success. Here's kind of what we do. But my question is, how do you recommend I do this, or whatever your question is? So what will happen, you may find that you get 3, 4, 5 new followers by doing that. So not only are you practicing, you're seeing how it works, but what you're going to end up seeing is that the more rooms that you're in, people start pinging you when they're in another room to invite you. And then you can raise your hand and they'll actually bring you up on stage to contribute to the room. And I'll guarantee you, I don't care what your background is, whether it's being a spouse, a mom, or a dad, whatever it may be, there's something that you have some expertise in that is more than the masses. Like you've got some things that you know a little bit more than most people that you can give value, and people are going to appreciate that value. So search out those rooms and start practicing and start networking. And then what you're going to find, you can message other people saying, hey, listen, I just heard you, give some feedback or value on ClubHouse. Thank you so much. That made a huge difference. So you can start exchanging, and engage in conversations with other people that are on ClubHouse. All right. So let me see real quick. So you can invite people in the room, raise your hand, make sure your question is concise, make sure you're not salesy or pitchy, be very professional. You can mute and unmute to applause. So if you see the speakers when you're on stage, if you see them unmuting and muting back and forth, that's them applauding for the information that was just shared. You can click on someone's bio. Here's another little tip. You can see who they're following to see if you want to follow some people that they're following. So if they're people that you look up to, you can go look at them, click on following. You can see who they're following, and that can give you some ideas of who you may want to follow as well. Another one, only got a couple more things for you. Click on the bell by someone's name, and it will say notify So in other words, like if you follow me, which I recommend you do because I want to be connected to you as many places as possible, Darren Kidd, there's a bell up in the top right-hand corner, and you can click notify always, sometimes, and never, ever. Now, I want you to click always for me because I want you to know when I'm speaking on stage, I want to be able to invite you to the room. And you will know that if I'm on stage speaking somewhere, it's because I believe the room has a lot of value to be added. And I think, and you probably enjoy that as well. There's also clubs on ClubHouse where you can join specific clubs. I won't get into that. And then whoever you follow goes on stage, you will get notified when they go on. So if you follow someone, normally you're going to get notified, especially if you click that bell and you determine how often you get notified. So let me see here if there's any last minute questions. All right, I see quite a few people going, invite me. All right, I will pick someone 24 hours from now that put it in the comments and I will send you an invite. And if you click the heart button and you shared, then your chances are a lot higher. All right, so let's see. All right, thank you, Kelly, for sharing. Let me see if they already have an invite. Do they expire? I don't think they expire, but I would definitely take advantage of that right away if you have an invite. Thank you for following me. All right, everyone. Well, listen, I'm going to go ahead and jump off. Hope you had great value today. And remember, every single week now, I'm going to be going live, and I'm probably going to be adding more lives to the series. And I'm also going to start an interview series very soon with top money earners, entrepreneurs, best-selling authors, top leaders and money earners in different companies. Because what I want to do is in 2021, I want to bring you so much value. I want to help you get to where you want to be a lot sooner than later. I want to help you shave years off of your learning curve. And let me give you one more gift before we jump off. This is a course that we were selling for, at one point, close to $200. And we made an executive decision, right, to give this course away for free, me being new into the training world. Okay, so again, I'm no longer a distributor in any company. After 28 years of doing exactly what you do, I know what you go through. I know the struggles that you face every single day, day in and day out. I know the emotional roller coaster. I know how it feels from every aspect of building the business. This is a course with about 4 hours of training and downloadable resources completely for free. So feel free to share that with your team, share it in groups, because then people are going to get out there and they're going to see my training. They're going to know, hey, look, I want to follow Darren, or I don't like his training, right? But that is my gift to each and every one of you. So if you have not taken advantage of that, I'm not sure how much longer we will have that for free, to be honest with you. We had a call today where we were talking about maybe starting to, because we only told people for a limited amount of time. So if you want your team to get this for free, I would recommend doing it in the next 24 hours because we may make a decision to start selling that again. But for all of you right now, depending on when you're watching this, live or on replay, it is free right now. So have an awesome rest of your day. We will see you very soon on the same channels, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. Make sure you follow me on all those and get notices so we can continue to add value. Have an awesome day. See you soon.